Hello and welcome back. I'm Shimelle and today I'm going to be making a page with two 4x6 portrait photos and what remains of my Best of Both Worlds kit for August 2020. I'm glad to see you here today and I hope you enjoy it. Well, today I'm starting with a what I call a solid color background. So it's a single colored pattern that just has texture, and you could use solid cardstock for the same sort of effect, but I just really prefer something that has a texture, but it's totally up to you. And then I have this much of the specialty paper from the field trip collection from American Crafts left. And this one, by the way, is from Simple Stories. This one is American Crafts Field Trip. Okay, so I'm going to be using the pieces from the inside from half the circle. So I've already made a page with these three sections. And in that case, I put them up on pop dots and did those three, which were not together here. So I had to kind of move the pattern around, but I wanted to focus on the colors in the photos. And I'm kind of doing that today as well, but I'm going to use these all in the order that they come in. But instead of doing pop dots today, I'm going to be adhering them straight to the page. And to do this, I'm going to put my adhesive straight on to the back of all the little pieces before I punch it out. Okay, then I'm going to get this so that it will sit nicely as half a circle. That looks pretty square to me. Okay, and then stick that all down. And then I can punch out the pieces without having to go place them all individually. Now the whole idea behind this die cut paper is that you can get lots of projects from one specialty paper, because I will definitely be using this background frame, and then I've got one last triangle of purple, and I will find the perfect photos that need a purple accent. And just take your time each piece from the background so that you don't tear the background, and then all of the pieces will be easy to use. This is a lot quicker and easier to get the spacing right than punching them out and then placing them back in, which is what I had to do for the pop dots because I wasn't putting the same colors right next to each other. Also, it's harder to push down on the pop dots without ending up creasing things. So this technique works best if you're adhering flat. All done. Now that is all stuck down. Now then I want a border to go across here, and I wanted to bring more red in here because there's this reddy orange background here, and I have saved the red edge of this beautiful strip from the Vicky Bouton paper, so I'm just going to cut that straight across there so that I can have a red border across the middle. Cut that into a nice tidy strip and back that with foam squares so that then I can overlap that. Have a nice bit of dimension in the middle, and then my photos are going to come up into this space here. Do I want to move this down maybe just a tiny bit and tuck them in? I think maybe. So peel that all the way up from the pop dots. That's okay. Pop them just there. And this will need more adhesive to go on top of that. I can move it down just a little bit further than I originally had it. I think just about there will work beautifully. Right, so that gives me then a nice spot here where I can add some journaling space, and I can add in a title here with a nice horizontal line, so that'll be nice and easy to read, and then figure out what embellishment I want to scatter around. Now I know that this journaling card is one that I'm not going to be using anytime soon, and it's about baking together, and as much as I love to bake together, we have no oven right now, so baking together in lockdown was not our thing. So I'm going to cut that one out so that I can use the B side for my journaling box, which is then going to be on the diagonal. And that's going to get tucked right underneath there. Pop that back to where it was. And then have a look at a few pieces that I could add in to embellish. I've got my 2 sticker sheets. What should I bring in? Well, that butterfly actually is an interesting match. Not sure about the theme, but could work. This rainbow has a lot of potential because this has similar colors here. So let's have a look at that. Maybe put it right over the top or right down here. Oh, it's kind of cute down here to bring those colors all the way over here. So let's try there. Then I could use one of these little rainbow tabs up here, I think. Oh, no, let's do it this way. Bring it down onto the card rather than sticking up from it. So one there. And then to emphasize that rainbow theme, let's have a little bit of the rainbow star here, and then bring the other part down here. I think not all the way to the edge. Just along there. There. This rainbow up here. Maybe somewhere up here. Okay. And let's get the title in place before I go any further. Next step on this one is definitely some stamping. I've got that ink that's nice color coordinated to the background, and I've got my stamps here. So I've used just some plain smooth cardstock to stamp on and cut some things out, and also thought I might try stamping straight on this sticker. I'm not sure if it'll work. Right, we'll get to that in a moment. First thing I wanted to start with is this corner down here. And I wanted to do some tone-on-tone stamping. And I've got this run of tiny, tiny little hearts. And this is that hybrid ink from Scrapbook.com. Yeah. So this ink ends up just a little bit darker than that background paper. I love that sort of tone-on-tone look. So then I wanted to put one up here as well. Let's go with that capture the moment phrase, which I haven't used yet. Oh, I may have pushed too hard on the ink pen. I think that was going to be a bit of a disaster. Let me try again. Get the ink out of all those little crevices. I don't know why I pushed hard. It's a brand new ink pad. It's definitely juicy. There we go. And then some cameras on white. Oh, but maybe a little bit of tone on tone up here too. Yeah, let's bring, instead of putting it on the sticker, I think let's go with the background. Let's have that little heart. I might bring that one down here too. Can make it tuck right into that wording. Go. And then what do I have room for? This phrase is one that would match the theme, but I'm not sure. I think it would feel really forced to get it into the space because it's just bigger. When I look at something smaller, like one of the cameras, I think this one. And let's stick that onto some smooth white and cut it out. That color is called Coastal Storm, in case you're seeing this without having the kit to hand. And by the way, if you do see this later and you want to find out what the supplies are for this kit, I will link everything in the description box below, so there'll be one that takes you to a post just for this layout with this video, and then within that a link to the coordinating kit. So the kit updates every month with a shopping list that you can then choose things either from a shop or from your own stash, and see what you prefer. Now, where to make this work? I really wanted to include a little stamped camera, but I feel like I'm having to force this a little bit to get it to work. Take a moment to figure it out. Okay, better idea. I think what was frustrating me is that this white that I've stamped on is a really bright white, and everything else here has a pattern in the background. Like even these pieces have this grid in the background. So this just looks really stark. This white in the background here is all textured. So instead of stamping it onto the white, I'm going to stamp it onto a pattern paper and cut it out. And I think that will, it'll just fit the tone of the page a lot better. It won't be so bright that it takes your attention away from everything that's already there. Yes. That is a much happier accent to my eye, and I actually then think that these two down here make a nice little pairing. So maybe then I could bring in one of these smaller stamps also on that same pattern paper and put it up next to the rainbow hearts that are further up the page. Well, the journaling is all about his smile, so why don't we try this little piece that says smile. Now, putting text on a text paper, this may or may not work. Let's have a look. It's still going to be legible. Just going to round the corners a little bit because they're rounded on the camera. I think that will make them feel like they go together a little bit more. Oh, I was thinking here, but actually, why don't I put it there? Popped up. because I was wondering what to do with that little rainbow circle up there. Well, this is what to do with that rainbow circle. Oh, you do need to move it over to the side so that you can still see the rainbow. And then this little heart, there's two of those. So I'm going to take the other one and put it in this little grouping here. And then some enamel dots. Now, in the kit, I started with a turquoise set, swimming pool color. I nearly said flavor. Swimming pool flavor? No, enamel dots don't have a flavor and swimming pools don't taste good. Color. I started with swimming pool, which is a turquoise, but it sold out really quick, so then I subbed in yellow, which is called Bumblebee. So I went ahead and ordered both, and I'm using a few different, or using them on different layouts so that you can see both examples no matter which one you got. So you could use the turquoise dots on here, or you could use the yellow, or whatever color you have and enjoy. A little triangle in each corner so that I end up with a little diagonal that has something in common. So they've both got the rainbow element, they've both got this something stamped on this paper with that ink, and they both got this rainbow heart on that diagonal. Yeah, I think maybe if I could stamp one little extra bit there. Let's have one last look at that stamp set. Is there anything that would fit there? And you know what it is? It's those diagonal lines. So let's put those up there, and then I think it's time to call it done. The title is a Big Bang reference, Big Bang Theory. Sheldon Cooper says, if you only have one day, make it a train day. And we weren't sure that we would be able to make this a train day, but we could. So it's exciting. Yay! Do I want that same sort of shape down here, I think? Maybe around that pop dot there? Or do I put it on the title coming off there? I like it here, because here all the inking is together. So I'm going to do that. Bit of paper to the side. Oh, whoops. There we go. And that's it. That is another page with this kit all finished. Thank you for joining me, and if you enjoyed, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe so that you don't miss out on any more videos. I would love to see you either here or at Shimelle.com, where I put all of the YouTube and Facebook videos together, so that if you don't do Facebook, that's absolutely fine. You'll still be able to find all the projects that I share there. I hope you have a great day, do something creative, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye!